let me feel say nka yenyi presidential candidate no kane because you say ukoye kotwa bebia or party no aspirants no one there's a lot of financial pressure obi a ho no afro be me constant election ha be me police station ha be me electoral area coordinator be me constituency chairman right up to national level. By the time you better to all these elections, maybe from polling station, electoral area, constituency, region, national, because they do as soon as we see or maintain a way. Now it creates a lot of factionalism in the party. Apart from say a deep pressure, financial pressure to system, so allow for monetization of the process, and also so it creates that kind of division. See, yeah, to a baby. See, all former officers at the polling station level for polling station for every electoral cycle, they are about 200,000. To the go back to the mini electoral cycle, but you go well past 2 million people eligible to vote in that election. See, it will reduce the monetization of politics at the base level. And by the time I be after that, now in 2 years time, when the next round of national elections almost mandate expire in 2026, yes, in 2026. Wow, person do for rest of so party chairman, general secretary, announcer, treasurer, announcer constitution. Say, ye bab the tide ye. And now it's likely to create more harmony and come at the local level. And people feel that the third thing was super delegates. And no, it's just 276 constituency chairmen. Constituency with so many voters. One person at all. The 272 regional executives, the 88 members of parliament. In Tuki Kamboma, it will be less than 800 with the 30 council of elders. Last time members of parliament 139, it was still under 1,000. And per 1,000 there, it's liable to manipulation and monetization. And they don't represent the base of the party. They cannot adequately represent the base of the party. And also some says in free the party nankasa the grassroots no do no and twabano. No one I polling station from 1992, 96 through to 2000, 2004. P. Now omudi ya ose na ye kotwaba na sebi omo omudi won atuwa ye juma party. Said on your polling station executive did only be continuing kotwaba ni bi na afofo npa kakra bi enough enumbi e wo ha ene ya pa won si won kra na kwa fa so pa won si won kra no eno kra ade a contentious because we show your constitution man. Every police station should have a register. Time I'm a general secretary, me prepare me printed registers for all the 38,000 polling stations. Nenso so nipano sa meetings anka every polling station ebeye no mo hu nti so won kosia no mato aba nye obi ni be free baby abeka se na ye beto aba ha wo mo ani me ho because we polling station meetings normally nipa ba be 25 20 15 very hardly now because you know polling station meetings in the hardcore party activists someone attend the polling station executive meetings. One they decided who their polling station executives are. Now, some polling station executives, no more Juma Del Menisuni some Betwabo. Oh, Juma some Juma advocacy for the party at the local level, monitor our electoral register in that polling station. Polling station, be no better Anna, more back out. Yeah,
but who was not some polling station executives, no. Now, I will be cry extra. The bag, a man, professional, no trash or say delegate. Others, oh, yenny impending for NPP. nti bebre kwa hu se chese abatro nko an na omoye
and in America say polling station say you polling station manual party what that now so a lot of people claim say polling station manual and not show a juma polling station executive where juma say so we will film identify omo any mom so mo NPP before omo be 17 omo ba be code 18 omo betimi don beto register no so o ejuma bebe yes o kwa delegate it being delegate now it is not known in our constitution. There is no position called delegate in the NPP constitution. Then so ejuma dey say omo say polling station executive because no dey atonche o better and then now no mo a TV program but you so be there na person so I'm me delegate, you know, because of Niama Sebi Ebinomo Enya Waha, you should say, and no created that distance between the party and the general populace. In this increasing a Bemuka Sesa, let's Ubia a polling station that no one to mean you need free. Then Casa name by election for me Nipa 5 or 4. And none I do when you went in Tokwa, Emba. So Nipana Juma at the polling station that they are. It should be a part of the electoral college. We should going forward and no future polling station elections to be less contentious because Mr. Mayor my polling station executive that is a constitutional man quite meeting to Aba. We are going to follow me in Yaka, Mesa to Aba. So, be a Yemen made polling station organization, but having been a member before, make me to Aba. The NSA won't you will film near the it is free. Me did this say a beboa. Until I'm the sergeant, the party should consider that. I spoke at it during the National Executive. I put it in writing to the Constitution, the Constitution Amendment Committee. With the presidential prime minister, the date is decided by the National Council. You don't need any constitutional amendment. It just gives you a limit of 24 months to the next election. So you can do it any time before that. But as soon as we've been able to open up the electoral register and make sure that all these people are who are MP for 3 terms, we're official. And so you're talking about on to be. I mean, how can that be? So until the person doesn't feel an organic link to the party, that sense of belonging now, or can or boa, that party cried and in Shah saying, that follow 92. And then you can't some cry in Federal and cannot come home. So, Tiasinquano, Frimudia, they have a responsibility to say, it brings the whole party together as one. Nekobana Sani to me be registered to that level. That may be an interim step. Gradually be eventually it needs to say a registration system need to make sure that card holders doors one and no they say eventually develop systems will be a work card to meet rubber. I'm sure that eventually we'll get that, but you started from zero where we are now straight on beer there may be issues. Let's bring in all those who have been left out. Now once you're a Bema amount for NSA feeling to energize the party at the base, Bema Toston Kumbiaba, say yes, you can't. I mean, you're getting to party no fire and I say, you come here. That level of participation will restore the confidence that people have in the electoral process. Indeed, they open up in Yafra, wouldn't at least almost then I drink. Do don't know to a man, then so or MPC. Until I'm the those proposals number.
Now, what did buy an peninsula Jane saying?
Oh, I mean, there was in the room there was general acceptance. I mean, of course, the only thing was maybe there was some a little confusion. Obia one I think so it was a party there. It did the and what is important is that let's broaden the base of the electoral college. And we broaden the base of the electoral college in a big way. So, we also recognize that the flag bearer is the most important person in the party in a rally behind. And Emma, the participation here broad-based. You just have broad-based participation. by the time a national executive is almost mandate to be in 2026, no, one will pre bill and say, oh, ba, no one but tie candidate near the NACO. The Kwabena says, you see, yes, starting polling station. We see where people win a board member, region where candidate to win a support to me, region who for candidate to win a support to me. There is no harmony. So, until at the end of the day, you should look at the current situation. It's not the best for ourselves. Until you cannot be business as usual. I think we should flip it. It's time for us to take a closer look at it. Tension down in the party. And Sinipa do no so toa. Ombe you makuma matwama obia otuni wasiwo but then one bar for real one party or when die o bu o kasapa party for no ginidi. Yes be ubi uska with me akutu nipa kakre bia meme skama nema. And no na ekun the politics of this country. I think we should reduce the monetization of politics in our country and therefore allow proper leaders, because leadership may hire or man. If we have well-meaning, public-spirited individuals, almost 2 years, what you say, best so, or mine, and no, and none of them in Chilman for men who's a baby. There is beauty and a sense of fulfillment in serving your country. May who politics as a way of making money. Sadiana, a hygiene, and no share pressure. Grassroot needed to current government, so because of no party can come into power and give all their 5, 6, 7 million supporters jobs. You can't do it. But party and she said create an economic environment that can help anybody thrive. So maybe I will be as a table now, the Hamlin now. This is a building economy spread the development around the country. Oh, yes, over Kumasi and Ankara. Now, what you need, so that you can realize your God-given potential without having to do it's just a politics in Kwana bit my friend engineering did what do engineering practice so the practice where people go into government and then all of a sudden you see or die 3 or die 4 no? And that is unfortunately giving a wrong signal to Nchirimano in Tirusha. So, or university no join party because of placement, papa, or per scholarship, or per national service. Who said, dear Nameyamo, always what can I get out of the system? This is what we have to change. There has to be a paradigm shift in our politics. Again, the leaders, there's a leader by example. There's a leader by example, better than Chimano Abanasa. And that's what I talked about during the last primary exam. Triple S, service, a sum, sacrifice, all the whole bar for real, and selflessness. The bishop will not grow it, may the ama do any be now the amount of no idea. And no, never more minor ye. The Yanga says, Sikasem no Sabi, Ubian Ska, now to transfer many pay to the native of Ghana. This is not the Ghana that we know. We don't waste money. And it is materialism that has taken over this country. And if we, the leaders of our parties, don't stop that and we don't speak against that. After all, you can live a fulfilled life. I believe, I've lived a fulfilled life. You don't need to have 100 houses or 20 houses. Even if you have 2, 3 houses, that's fine. They're black. Damn it, things is here. No, let me see 1999, 2000, press secretary to the president. I'm happy. So what about that? I'm a spirit of contentment. I could be press secretary to conform. They are dying. Who they are dying? It's just break a mortar. We need to learn to serve society. As a cat, my mouth was Sikan Crawford, Tugun Crawford, and no being we don't even know the source of the money. Then we put it to DHD. What kind of society are we building? We can't do that. In the media, I want to make a woman. At my age, as I say, I will fight for propriety in Ghana. With the very principles that anchored the formation of this political party. What to hear nine de aboa party.
I Miss Agyenim what to turn it down.
Party. Uko dem fi bika nom na de amubedi akonom Stephen Kreku, CEO Nyano, Addison, AK Deku, because I like bin sale nomne ade. Na say I say we are no obi efuma de mo ye de kwen.
Ba honorable we make say that was then. Say contemporary politics, you come over some name.
I don't accept that was then. Bia, and Sumaya and Fata, and Sumaya Sumsika, and Assasa or mine. The small Bias on Koyajuma, they believe that you can be free. You can have a fulfilled life without being rich. And who here, maybe tell me, can you, hear me, that is all you need in society to be happy. And you cannot buy contentment. The politics now, a man for money I did because if you said that the kind of going out there, who is the capital? Kwame, two things to say. Now, send me first school, the young people, the test control by my office. Then Busan said, oh, mama made their wildest dreams. A dime saying I'll pay, cars saying I'll pay, Sika saying I'll be issue a man saying I'll be. Okay, Kambuba, may no calculations be converted at current age. A new man on me means he drew $1.5 million. And Zubatias Ubiako, first Kakasi Buma, Ubiako, all the end. Sikana Begum Pasika can I say Gubank 000. Who is the canal find idea farm Monipa is useless. It is of no use to society. And we have to begin to speak like you, the media, Mokomoka, Ubiatam Skabemana Mudi, and someone in Namoka, and someone in Namoka. You have forgotten your duty to society as fourth estate. Tell them no crack, no penny papa, and you pay wants to buy me the Oman. Now, almost to trust them in somewhere fatter, nay, cannot no DHD, and throw me, and people have allowed themselves to become mercenary. Ye told Omo, near you saw, Monsieur Smithy, Monsieur Benting, what I call slash and burn politics in this country. You could say nipa. Why? What kind of society is that? You're in trouble. You're in door. You're in Katapa. You're in Nidi. And no, the Bemen Chimanaka, politics, which no person maybe because we assume society. You can live a fulfilled life without being massively rich. Because yes, they have to be here. When you say you're going to be Debbie. So, and then who got to be free when we are. We are, they say, we are in the area. Now, vegetables.
I am ready. And son Abakon, Mamusa Debi. And in respect of the expansion, said of electoral college, you know. You've been saying this for years, and my Kwame ni pebi anu homu nye, and this for manu the way we say taking cue from that, you know. Expansion, no mobile no Kwame so.
In America, say let's start with all former office holders. And so we end this now, you could not have been an office holder unless what's the status of the NPP.
You are medal pay.
Kwame medal na mesewa akwanya wenya oti radio to there. Mese na me am sim pese me show we dey in Canabon to me akwanya bra.
Mate.
Na yemi nkomo. Because to be the way am di party ne ho fa won niema mo promote niema party no mesremo.
Mate bra.
Party the nipa no wom from so we can't be perfect, but we all have to build our mind here something friend among yourself. We want to build a country. We can't build a country by destroying ourselves and destroying each other. It won't help any of us. We are quite that. And I mean, since elections, we made the first person. I'm no Casa, baby.
That's it. Bye bye.